Well, hello. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but here I am. Hello. Can you guys turn on your video so we can see each other? Week three, man. Hello. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hello. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi! Hi! What time is it? Oh, wait. Could not hear you. Oh my God. Can you guys hear me? Turn on your thing. Hello, hello,
Yes,
hello.
Jeff and Candy. Yep, Jeff and Candy. I'm gonna do one thing here. I'm gonna.
Oh my God, I hear you. Wait.
You don't see us?
Oh my God, I know. Hang on a minute. I hear you guys. Hello, hello.
Yeah, we see you as well.
Oh my God. There's going to be a couple more people coming, joining. This is
Excellent.
great.
Excellent.
This is so good. I love this. We need this.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
We've been doing
Yes.
Zoom all week on church Bible studies and worship service, so we're kind of familiar with Zoom.
Good. I mean, I think the rest of the world now familiar with Zoom. It's like, what is that? But I think there's some people coming in. Hold on. Let me let them in. I wonder why it won't let in automatically. But how you guys doing, by the way?
Okay, we're doing okay.
I feel guilty. I'm enjoying myself so much. Seriously, I have a much more time, and I'm getting things done.
That's good around the house, right?
Yep.
Well, my husband fell last Thursday, and he's limping right now, and he's in the living room watching like action movies. But he's doing okay because the doctors will not let him in anyway. We weren't calling the doctors anyway because I know they've got better priorities, other priorities.
Yeah.
But he fell down doing gardening, yard work last Thursday, and since then he's been limping, walking around the house, and he's swelling like.
Well, I'm
but that's
sorry.
one of the things. Yeah, that's one of the things that we kind of like tell each other: don't get injured, don't get hurt.
Yeah.
But you know something? I did my podiatrist meeting this morning through teleconferencing. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Huh?
Yeah. So tell us, tell me, I wish that there are more people. There's like about 3-4 other people joining us. I think they're trying to find me in YouTube. And I changed it to Zoom.
Yeah, we were on YouTube before, and then Jeff got the link with Zoom.
Okay, yeah.
From Messenger. Facebook messaged me the link and the ID number, so here we are.
Great. Well, first of all, I really want to thank you both, for like that tuning in. But I want to do this every day. Yesterday I didn't do it. I did it like early in the morning. I got tired, so I didn't want to do it. This is like, what time is it now?
It's 8 o'clock with us.
Wow. Okay. So we are 5:16 right now. Okay. Yeah. So thank you. How many days have you guys been, inside, hunkering down?
Well, let's see. It started was it mid-March that they started? I remember we did church March 15th. Then we went out for lunch with everybody afterwards. And then after that, I had like appointments, but by the end of the week, I think, let's see, St. Patrick's Day, they canceled the New York parade, the St. Patrick's Day parade. But I think by the end of the week, so mid-March, I think they were telling people to stay home. And then they really started to close, telling non-essential businesses, people were working from home and doing different things.
Candy's only been out a couple of times. I've been out practically every day to either shop or I took about a week off, didn't go out. But since then, I've been to the store about 3 times, and I've been to the church campus about 3 or 4 times. I take my temperature before I leave. I wear gloves. I wear a mask. The mask won't stop me from getting it, but if I have it, I won't give it to somebody else. So that's, yeah,
This is
there
what
you
I
go.
wear.
Yeah, yep.
Because I don't have any. I
We
gave
had-
mine away.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I'm more concerned because it takes 2 weeks to know if you have it in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm more concerned about not knowing I have it and giving it to somebody else. But I take my temperature before I leave the house. When I come home, what do, Candy?
You get the clothes you were wearing and put it in the wash.
I put all the clothes
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I'm going to start doing what the Asians do and leave my shoes outside because you're walking on a contaminated floor. You're going to walk it in the house. Because I think this is going to be for a couple more months. So I'm at least another month. I want to learn how to do it better. Like situational awareness, you want to learn how to do it better.
There is a good resource online that I don't use anything except CDC, coronavirus.gov. I don't know if you guys go there.
That's I've seen that. Yeah. That's everyone else is crazy.
I try to post only one source at a time because there's just too many things going on in the world. First, I don't have TV, so my source is like my husband. He tells me, we don't watch TV, we don't have TV, we just have Netflix and Amazon Prime and all this stuff, right?
Yeah, right. Streaming, yeah.
We cancel everything. The only time is this, I get it from Twitter, you guys, Facebook, things like that, that's all I got. But he runs just like you every day, every other day. We don't want to hoard stuff. Obviously, because that's not what we do. Thank goodness, Jeff, this and Candy too. Both of you know that I've been advocating preparedness for a decade, and
Yes.
right. Ironically, just to give a backstory here. Ironically, just about February something, like literally right before this outbreak, we were just doing disaster preparedness community event workshop. And also active shooter preparedness community workshop, right? Mitigation, all of this stuff. We were just talking. I was just talking like, it doesn't matter where you are, what you do. This is disaster preparedness for both natural and man-made disaster. And you guys need to do this. And, we need to do this together. There's always one person or two people out of the group that will, having this kind of like attitude and say, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We kind of look the other way. Whatever people, they come in to the event and they will come out and they go, yeah, whatever. I feel bad because I think those are the ones that hoard the necessities and get panicked because they don't take it seriously. This kind of things happen. I mean, literally, I don't know what's going on outside the world until, like my husband tells me, like, did you know what's going on out there? It's like, oh, wow, okay. I'm too busy around the world. And my computer crashed for 3 weeks.
You mentioned the other day that you had no electricity?
Yeah, it got, the power went out for like about 4 hours, I believe 4 hours, 3 hours to 4 hours.
What was up with that?
Apparently, it's just our block. It was just our street and another, just our neighborhood, basically. And they were changing the transmitter. Whatever. Yeah, they turned it off, and I guess they don't. It was a mistake. They didn't know how to put it back on again. So it took them. I mean, they were literally working overnight.
That was a small thing. We take infrastructure for granted. Your power, your heat, water. We take all those things for granted, and we can't take any of those things for granted, really, right? You scared me when you said your power was out. But
me too. I mean, it's like, honey, what's going on? So we look around, we walk around, everybody went out outside the house. Luckily, we know our neighbors because we live in the cul-de-sac. And then everybody saw, oh, there is a
transformer.
Yeah, like those one. And I go, what are you guys doing here? We were talking like, from a distance. oh, we did something, we're changing this. Okay, so is this temporary? Yeah, just hang tight. Don't worry about it. We're trying to fix it. That's what they're saying. Like, okay, great. So like 3 hours later, 4 hours later, it's like, no power. But things are great. We are concerned, Jeff. You're right. We are concerned about that, about the power grid here in LA County. I had a short talk with one of the county disaster preparedness emergency council, and then they were saying that we're really looking, try to avoid looters or things like that.
Mhm.
What is it that you can offer as far as advices what we should do? Because you guys are obviously in New York, right? And it's almost the same demographic here in LA County. I just heard just now, right before I walk in here, there's like 66 people just died. That's our number today. 66 people died today because of this.
Well, here we're joined at the hip on Long Island to New York City, and New York City and the West Coast are the two epicenters of this disease. New York City really is like the major part in the whole country, and it seems like the past going on 3 days, we finally hit a plateau. We're no longer spiking, we're flattening out. And,
Yeah, I don't really follow it that closely
yeah,
because
but
everybody gets all upset.
there's, I get a thing called the Epoch Times. Am I spelling it right?
Yeah.
Epoch Times. And they have a pretty straight pulse on the news that's reasonable. So I read that, I get that on my iPad, and they say it's flattening out. Even the governor said it's flattening out. So it's a good sign, because we were afraid we were going to fill up all these refrigerated trucks with corpses, and it hasn't happened. It's a very serious outbreak, and people are dying, but many more people are recovering than dying. The ratio is like 4-to-1, people recovering rather than dying. So it's all very encouraging.
It's all good news, yeah.
But I say we're going to be self-quarantining for another month,
yeah.
I would
At least
say.
another-
Within a month, yeah. But here's the problem too. A lot of people are so cooped in, they want to get out early. And I think we should take it easy, because there's always a rebound, right? There's always a
Right.
chance of rebounding these things. It's I've never seen it like this before. I've never. I mean, I tried to
Nobody has in the whole world. The whole world is affected. So it's incredible.
Well,
I mean,
here we're in the suburbs, so people can take walks outside. They're walking their dogs, like our parks.
Is it
have no
okay?
charge. Yeah, it's okay. You're allowed to leave. But everybody's walking their dogs. You can go to state parks for no charge. Like we went like hiking, because they know people are separated. But in some areas that are crowded, like a playground or certain areas, people were grouping together, and they told them, don't do that. In fact, there's like a park in Babylon Village, Argyle Park. It's just a small area. You can walk around that lake. So many people hang out there that they closed that area. But you're kind of allowed to walk.
The state parks are open. The beaches are open, and they're encouraging people 6-foot rule and situational awareness. So if you see somebody being a jerk, you avoid them. And Carol, Kenny, and I have been out for long walks. We walk around the block here, and it's good to get outside. We don't have cabin fever. Yeah. And when I go, the campus is empty. The church campus is empty, so I'm just doing security there, making sure the doors are locked, and catching up on some carpentry projects there. So I don't know. I go shopping too, but if I always
Let me ask you guys.
I have gloves, I throw them away when I get home.
Yeah.
And I have a
Let me
mask.
ask you guys. Does the governor enforce you guys to wear gloves and masks and all of that to go when you guys are out?
No, I think it's suggested, but we don't have any official.
Voluntary.
Not everybody does it. Not everybody does it. Well, another thing, I kept adding things to the list of the album I sent you, and I gave platelets the other day. They took my temperature. I took my temperature before I left. They won't even let me in the place, or anybody in that place, a donor, before they take their temperature. So they're they're screening their people too, because if Corona got into a blood donation place, it'd be a disaster. But yeah, I'm giving blood next Friday. Yes, next Friday I'm going to give platelets again.
Now, a town around here, people are telling me is a hot spot, right? It's a hot spot, and we know a couple of the women in the church, their kids, the young daughters, like in their 20s, but they're nurses in the local hospital. So, we're praying for all those people, but I haven't specifically heard too much. Somebody works with somebody, and he was diagnosed with it, and he just finished 14 days, and he finished the 14 days, and he's doing better. So I think people are responding, but we're not. I'm locally. We're not hearing. It's not like every day you hear like, oh, so all these people are gone.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a little freedom, but you gotta, but we're not
I'll
like.
be honest with you.
Hmm?
I'll be honest with you. The farthest that I ever went was to pick up my mail, which is where across the street. I got in my car, and I had a video that Mike, the owner, took a video of me.
Mm-hmm.
I went in the back because he already closed down, and then he said, "You got to pick up this mail. It looks like a check." And I go, "A check or a bill?" And it was from state of California, and I'm like, "God, I don't want that bill." It was a check. It was
Okay, I have a question. Since you're really, really serious about isolating, what do you do after you get your mail out of the mailbox? What do you do with it? How do you bring that into the house? How do you mail carrier didn't have coronavirus?
Yeah, I thought about that. That's a very good point. I thought about that. I wore my gloves, but then I also put it on the floor inside my house in the living room. And the next morning, I thought about what you just said, and I'm like, what if? And I opened it 2 days later. I think I just posted it. I think, right? That was a few days later. But still, you're right. It could be something there, right?
Yeah.
But they're all wearing gloves, they say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I wear gloves when I drive. I went to CVS Pharmacy, wanted to try to grab a couple items for me, essential. And I look at the parking lot and I go, there's a lot of people here, a lot of cars. And I go, I'm not going in there. So I turned around and went home. But I picked up my mail the next door. The owner said, why don't you just meet me in the back because we're already closed? And I go, okay. But he took a video where he stood over there and I go, I don't want you to come near me, just throw it. So he threw it. Literally, he threw it. I mean, I used to give these folks hugs, okay? It's like, it hurts me so much because every time when I see them, I give them hugs. I can't give them hugs. I'm a hugger. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, he took a video of me crying, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I can't just get a hug.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Yeah, the hardest part is the humanity side of the whole thing here, because we have to, I guess, forced to be detaching our emotion, because that's how I am, with people. I see people and I just go, oh my God, hug. Now it's like, can you imagine when I see people next time, I cannot hug them and I'm going to hold it. We're going to be separated. Can you imagine that?
It's hard.
So different.
It's hard. So
It's almost like the concept of trying to look at this in a different way. It's almost like the concept when you are aiming, like my husband was saying the other day, like aiming at a moving target. When you're moving target, you cannot just stand still and then try to shoot it. It's actually moving. This problem, right? It goes this way. So we gotta have to look at it. Try to find it and try to look at it, just like how a shotgun. Like shoot in a trap, trying to find a trap, right? Trap shooting. I mean, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just it's something that haven't been experienced by humanity, maybe a same flavor before, like the flag. I mean, like the flu influenza 1918 Spanish, but nothing like this.
No, never.
We're gonna look back. This generation gonna look back, and we're gonna say, I think we did it. But yeah, there's a lot of people died from it. but we did it. We went through it. So what are we going to do? There are more people now, more businesses. Our business is freaking out, by the way. I'm so shocked. I guess I'm not that shocked because I've been advocating this in the business side, workplace. But I'm more shocked that the business owner are still ignorant about it. I am just, because I'm going to have this workshop webinar continue to talk about this. Have your disaster recovery. Have this, the plans. Have this, have this. They don't even have anything. What they need, what they wanted to do is like, give me the money now. I need loan.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that, guys. You gotta have to be self-reliant in somewhat. Take responsibility, accountability on this. You know, you can't just need a bailout from the government. You know, look at this. How long it will take. You guys can't wait. Can't wait on this.
Mhm.
You know, it's.
That's a bigger picture, but that's also everyone should be more prepared than they are. But I got to tell you, we heard Candy was upstairs. I was downstairs. We hear all these horns honking going down the street over and over again, and people were screaming. So I came downstairs and I put a video up on Facebook, and it was a bunch of SUVs and all the sunroofs were open, and these little girls were waving, and there were signs. I couldn't read the signs. They were going past so fast. And it turns out a girl down the block from us was having a birthday party, and none of her friends could go. So they were driving past. They were throwing confetti up, and you should take what a great idea, because they all got to celebrate, and it was fun. There must have been at least 20 SUVs, big cars. These little tiny grade school girls were out there waving their arms and holding signs up saying happy birthday. I forget her name already.
Yeah.
But it was just a way of thinking. I know somebody else on Facebook, they're getting married. It's going to be a virtual wedding. They're not going to have guests or anything like that. It's so
sad.
making us be creative, if nothing else, you know.
Graduation also. I'm seeing graduation. I mean, can you imagine you're looking forward for that one day to celebrate your graduation after so many years, busting your A, you know, in school, and then you want to celebrate with your friends, you know, and then you can't. It's a bump. I feel bummed out, you know, just it sucks. Like there's gonna be a lot of things that we have to do. I mean, everything we have to do start all over again. I mean, not starting all over again, but more like you said, be creative and just add more. But see, I'm seeing that the social side of humanity is going to be really significantly different now. I mean, networking, we're not going to see each other in a group, I don't think. Speaking, this is it.
Not soon.
School. I mean, he was just telling me about 3-4 years ago, you know, in education, in the future, it's going to be outsourced. Probably the kids going to have to be in school. No, don't think about that, honey. And then they're all going to be looking at this big screen, you know, in auditorium or something. It's the other way around now. I think it's going to be sitting down at their home and looking at this, just like this. I mean, that's sad, you know, in a way, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, it's all different. I mean, people are homeschooling their kids and they're all making jokes about, oh, I suspended 2 of my students. I'm sending the other one to the principal. I mean, they're talking about their kids like they're making a joke, but it's getting old now. Like it's the longer, like the 3rd week, it's like everybody's, I think, getting the cabin fever now. But I think it's going to affect things.
What is that?
I just put up your OODA loop.
OODA loop.
I just put that up on my page. I never saw it before. It's great.
It's so funny because we were going to do so many things in this spring, like February, March, April. On my side, like the situational awareness workshop, I'm already working together, collaborating with college, university, and then everything has to be stopped. Everything has to be like.
I got to tell you, that's well produced. That's a nice video, nice 3-minute video.
Which one?
This is you probably can't see it because it's not going to, there. Nope, I got the wrong.
Nope,
There it is.
slid down.
Okay. Let's see.
It's the
That
oval.
one.
Well, it's backwards, but
Wow, thank you so much. You like it?
Yeah, and like I said, it's very well produced, and it makes. I have the 4 rules. For I take your temperature, wear gloves and a mask, and what was the other? I forgot my 4 rules, but the 4th rule is situational awareness. Because when you're outside, you always have to be situationally aware. But especially now, if you see somebody being foolish, you want to
Right.
avoid that person. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but do you think people are really gonna buy that situational awareness now these days, or they say, forget it? What do you think?
Some yes, and some no. But if you're outside, if you're outdoors, you have space and you move. I was walking through Babylon Village today, and there was a sidewalk, and I just walked on the grass, and the people looked at me and said, "Thank you." It wasn't like, I was being crazy or anything. So,
Right.
but I heard a horror story from one of my Facebook friends in a Texas Walmart, and they took all the tables and chairs out of the dining area from Walmart. People come in and sit on the floor. People come in and bring their families because the kids are bored being locked home, and they're jamming these stores, walking through the stores with the kids. And this poor cashier is going crazy thinking about how selfish and stupid can you get.
I think
But generally
here,
speaking, I haven't seen it on Long Island. The CVS, there's a guy at the door with a clicker, and once they have a certain number inside, he doesn't let anybody else inside the store until somebody else comes out. I think that's great.
What I want to do, it's already in plan, is there is a approach that I want to introduce and launch to everybody. It's called Safe 365. It's situational awareness for everyone. There is another guy, an ex-Marine, that's already implementing this, and he's already doing it for years. I don't know how many years, but it's called SAFE, Situational Awareness for Employee. And then you gotta be certified to train your employee within your organization or things like that. So I talked to a few teachers already, and then they without giving them what mine is. Mine is Safe 365 because I think it shouldn't be limited to just employee in an organization. I think situational awareness, everybody has to have it, especially these days, and it should be 365. That's 65 days in a year, which is every day. So that's what I want. I want everybody to have that, sort of like it's a program basically, and it's a program that everybody takes, and not necessarily certified, but that you have a knowledge of this at least. And then what are you going to do with that? I'm going to give them like a certification maybe, or maybe even a seal that you are graduated from knowing Safe 365. So it's almost like a training kind of thing, but it'll be virtual. Now it's going to be virtual because it was supposed to be a classroom, right? A classroom where because I was going to deploy this at the universities where I'm speaking at because they want this. They asked me to do this last year. And then I said, okay, I'm going to modify my situational awareness workshop into one product, which is this Safe 365. I think somebody's trying to come. And then they said, yeah, okay, we're gonna launch it like last February, March, and now it's like being held out. And I go, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it virtually now. So I am in the process of finalizing that, and I think it's gonna be great. But I'm trying to get everybody to, I want to get like your perspective, because Jeff and Candy, you've been to front side, and then you know about situational awareness. Is it really that important? People gonna buy this? I mean, not buy meaning buy monetarily. I mean, really get into this kind of thing. I mean, people gonna say, hey, it's a great. We need this tool. We need this skill set, which is important for us every day. I mean, is that gonna be that, or are people gonna go, yeah, forget it? Just like my disaster preparedness talk, people are like, nah.
I think all you have to do is be mugged once, and then you become aware of situational awareness. Going to front sight really enlightened us, and I realized how poor I am at situational awareness, but I'm probably light years ahead of most of the people out there because they're in a phone or they're in a fog, either one. A phone fog. Who
Yeah, they're
knows?
both.
Or both.
Definitely.
Right. But yeah, the SA, what I've done so far with the university, in fact, I've been teaching criminal justice students, can you believe that? But it's been fun. It's been really, really interesting. Um, the way I do it, interact with the participants, is not a monologue like this. It's not a monologue like I tell you what to do. I want them to open their mind, you know. And so it's a lot of group interaction. So it's a lot of group scenario. Like you and your buddy. You know, I'm gonna like separate them together. I mean, separate them in a group. Group one, I'm assigning you this scenario. Group two, this scenario. Group three, so different scenarios, right?
Right.
And this is your story. You solve it, and then we're gonna talk about it. That way, the students or the participants will open up their mind rather than feeding them the information, because I don't believe in feeding information, because you know what? People are just becoming complacent with information. You can Google everything now.
Yeah.
I don't believe in that. Everything is here. And I don't want that. I want to say, hey, you know what? And when I come in, I don't even tell what it is. I'm just going to say, when you walk away, you're going to learn this. You're going to know this, okay? But here's the assignment. Go do this. And then after they analyze that, after they get a taste of what it's all about, they're still clueless, by the way. That's okay. We want that. And then we're going to talk about it as a group, collectively. And then I'm going to tell them, let's share this. This is what it's all about. This is also important in your life, and then you can apply this in your business later on in life. It's just a skill set that you might want to just add onto your toolbox. It's important. A lot of people don't know this, and probably don't want this because they don't care, And it's very unfortunate in a lot of people these days. It's like, I don't care. All right. When shit hits the fan, oh no, what do I do?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, what? I can't remember. I just learned. Yeah,
You know? But there's a lot of things going on these days that more things are so sophisticated. And I was just telling people about this, culturally, environmentally, socially, things are going to be different. Even business practice should be changed, because you know what, guys? Back in the 80s, we're doing this. What we're still doing, the business model, we're still applying the same thing, what we've been doing since the 80s, 70s,
Wow.
80s, 90s until today. Guess what, guys? It needs to change. People don't know what I'm talking about. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. But this is now it, ground zero. Should we change the way we do things now? Yes. Should we adapt to it? Yeah, absolutely. If you want to survive and sustain, what you do in personally, and what you do especially professionally, because that's your bread and butter. So to get where you are, you want to accommodate your loved ones, your family, you want to support your family, you got to change. You got to adapt. People do not understand what I was saying, what I've been saying for 7 years. Like, there's going to be a point where we need to really change the way we do things, because change is constant. Boom, this is it. Somebody unplugged everything. Now what? But people who have prepared, this is what the business is going to be, and people have flexibilities. For example, same concept of family, or just general you, have only one, stream of income, for example, versus people that have multiple stream of income, or other incomes. I mean, yeah, that's great that you have options, but there are some people also do not have that options, right? But I want everybody to start thinking about that. Like, hey, how about that? Just be flexible. There's a word for it, versatile, right? Versatile. Versatile, right? And to able for yourself and your family, your professional, your business to sustain in a changing world like this. I just said this, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, right before this thing happened. Boom, it happened. And I'm like, holy crap. What to do now? Luckily, I have tons. Like when I was in Austin, they invited me. NIGP, National Institute for Human Management, invited me to speak about disaster preparedness, and they wanted to hear about disaster risk, how to prepare ourselves, even when I say more when disaster happen. So I'll talk about disaster risk management. If you're a business owner, we are all business owners here listening. So why don't we have, if we don't have it yet, we should have it. We should have both disaster recovery planning and business continuity planning also, those two. People challenge me in that, and I go, that's fine. If you want to have one, not both, that's okay. As long as you have something, right? And this is just to determine they both are different, same purpose. Because one is IT, is for data backup, and the other one is for the non-IT related. So you need both, but people challenge me. That's fine. Just have something.
Yeah.
What about natural disasters, earthquake? If you're, how can you survive? You have to think about this. One hour, 1 day, 1 week. How can you survive? I mean, can your business open? Open doors again. Restaurant owners, same thing. I mean, they have food. It's gonna go stale. You guys know what I'm talking about. I've been really, really experiencing a lot of challenges with mindset. When I talk about disaster preparedness, very clear. People don't want to hear it. Very clear. I'll be honest with you. People are kind of like, yeah, you said paranoia. We don't want that. It's our priority. I get it. I get it. I get it. I'm just like a nuisance, right? Talking about this. But you know what? Now what? Yeah, it's very true. So, I mean, I think we are still seeing society that's complacent and a lot of entitlement still, like, this whole thing about stimulus check, for example. I mean, I have my own perspective about this. I think it's great, but on the other side of the fence, I think there's going to be a lot of price gouging on this, because the retail, these people know, how can I get this money from the hands of the recipients, basically, right? Think about that. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And, we receive this money and then, pay the bills, and okay, that's not enough, and then we spend it, but prices are going to be so high anyway because everybody's going to be increasing their prices, right?
Yeah.
So, um, that's all. I mean, I want to stay positive, obviously, and I'm trying my hard to do that. But do you guys have seen the new initiative that iDare had launched just a few days ago? iDare, Dare to Save. I don't know if you guys can see it on my. Let me share a screen.
Um,
Chrome tab.
is it on YouTube? Like all your
No,
channels on YouTube?
right here. Can you see my thing?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I like the picture. Yep.
Oh, you do?
The
I
graphics,
did that.
sure.
You know what? I did this like in 5 hours. Created it because I had some problem with my computer. It got crashed, by the way. So I was working for 3 weeks while everybody is dealing with coronavirus. I'm stuck with tsunami disaster. But I got this because of the visits to the website, and but this is nice, right? I mean, it's very to the point.
Yeah.
I added this.
Mm-hmm.
Frequently asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
People ask, it's like, is there a cost? Is there a form to fill out? And I go, no, none of that. This is nothing. This is just for you to stay home. Just an awareness to stay home. So you guys can save lives around the world with us together. That's it. That's just an awareness, There's nothing to it. Yes, it is part of the iDare World Initiative, but that's not our goal. Our goal is to just put this out there and then ask people to share an awareness. It's a 30-day challenge. Only one time you can share. I believe that we already post yours. I think
Yep.
Nick Sienna is my social media guy. He's monitoring the social media. I told him that yeah. Go ahead and post it on the Facebook. I think yours. This is CDC basically. As long as you guys share it, the initiative, the awareness, everybody
Yeah,
there,
well,
like, hey,
I don't know if Candy's ever seen it, so we got to take a look at it
Yeah,
together.
we gotta check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, Candy and I
check it
look
out
at it
together.
together.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. This is like our first week launching this. So we want to make everybody known. By the second week next week, hopefully we can get more people, more businesses, individuals. We're trying to contact embassies out, outside U.S. and organization, other charity, other nonprofit organization to collaborate with us. So I think it's going to be great. And then all about coronavirus is on the CDC side. Anyway, it's a fun initiative. Everybody now is staying home, but I think I'm a little bit late in doing this. Like I said, my computer crashed for 3 weeks, and I've been working on the trying to fix it and everything. All right, so I don't think anybody's joining. What happened? Wait.
We see you and we see the CDC.
Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, Zoom is weird because like we do it for different things, and I was trying to get on a church meeting, and it kept saying it's the host is in another meeting. It was like it wasn't wild. So unless they tried to put it on and they didn't put the password in, they didn't copy the password down.
Oh,
Just you can get stuck there, I guess. That's good
Yeah,
that
I
the
think there's-
password.
Yeah.
yeah. I think there's a couple people wants to join, but they don't know. Hang on, here she is. She's
Candy
trying
was able to
join.
get right on, but she's been doing it for a couple of weeks now, so she's very familiar with
She's
the
the pro.
platform. Not me, but Candy is.
No one was on. Somebody tried to get in and said no one was on. Why is that, Candy?
I don't know what that is.
Let me send copy URL. Okay, copy URL. These two people try to come in and says that nobody is in here.
Oh, it's my
How
alarm.
do you do that?
I have to take some insulin.
Yeah, okay.
That's
I got
weird.
I got a 9 o'clock alarm set on my phone to remind Jeff to take his 9 o'clock insulin. Sometimes he's sleeping. Yeah, let's see. Down below here, participants is us. I don't know how you can tell if somebody is trying to get in. That's the part
Oh,
I
here,
don't know.
somebody trying to come in. Yeah, somebody trying to come in.
Do you have to like
Hi. Hello.
somebody say hello? Is that you? Are they coming in now? They're coming in now. There she is.
Where is she? I can't see anything.
Jacqueline on your iPhone? I see her. You have
How do
to,
I do?
Nikki, when you look at the participants,
Okay.
you'll see that she's on.
Okay. All I see right now.
Yeah, now connecting. She's connecting to audio.
Is she connecting?
Yep. The video's on and she's muted for the audio. You can unmute her.
Oh, wait. How do I do that? Hold on. Full screen.
I'm going
Oh,
to try.
man. Hold on a minute. Oh, chat. I go to chat.
For the
Where is chat?
participants, if you go to participants, there's a muted microphone by
Oh,
Jacqueline
yes.
Dein, and then you
Okay.
click that. All right, now you're on.
Oh, you see it.
Yeah.
Hi. Where are you? Can you see her?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how to put it on speaker. Hold on one second.
Hi.
I'm new to this, so hold on.
Why she's
There we go.
Hi.
How are you? How's
What
everybody
happened?
doing?
Good thing.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, tell us where you are. We have one in New York.
I'm in Point Furman, which is coastal San Pedro, and obviously it's a rainy day today. So yeah, I mean, I'm just here submitting documents online, just doing some paperwork, and staying home with my 4-year-old. Yeah.
4-year-old?
Yes. I tried to do like
She's
a
already
deposit
four
where, like,
years old. Oh my gosh.
so I told her, like, these are the boundaries. You keep your toys on that side and leave my office on your.
I'm sure that
Let's
was.
work from home.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love
Yeah.
it. So yeah, that's good. So you're balancing, right? People
Yeah.
ask me. I don't know if you have any advice also on this, but people ask me about how to get financial relief for small businesses owners. Like,
Mm. That's tough. I
is
know.
there one?
Well, see, I'm a 1099, so, like, you know, um, thank God I'm actually able to apply right now for unemployment as a 1099. That was part of the new law that went in effect due to this whole situation, because I lost my independent contractor job due to this. And then, so, I mean, but I know that a lot of small businesses, well, they're saying that small businesses are also going to get help from the government, but I don't know too many details regarding that, because
Okay. So it's coming. I mean, they're talking about it.
they're talking about it, and they did say that small business will also, get help from the government, because, I mean, they're hurting, especially a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
restaurants and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
people don't really want to eat out. I mean, I know I just want to cook at home, and be safe and not really go to many places. But, if someone is self-employed like myself, I mean, you can actually still apply. You can now apply for EDD. So,
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, that's the next step. And, because, I mean, my job on the 19th, they told us, we're pretty much shutting down until this whole crisis blows over. And until then, I'm like, oh, okay. I got to figure something out. So, what I started doing, as an entrepreneur, of course, you start thinking, oh my God, what can I do to make money to, make sure me and my daughter are okay. And, I love therapeutic essential oils. I don't know if you saw on my page. So what I did was I started doing my research. I found a recipe that has been proven, scientifically, where you can make at home hand sanitizer, because
Okay.
I can't find it nowhere. And so people, I was looking, trying to find, people were making it, but they weren't making something that I would want. So I started
Did
making
you
my
see
own
my
hand
recipe?
sanitizer. No, for the hand sanitizer?
Yeah, I posted in my YouTube. It's just really simple. Alcohol, since you're in the essential oil, you already
Yeah.
have this. All
Yes.
you need is the alcohol, right?
Yeah.
It's the alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which I only have a little. That's why I didn't want to mix it during the video. But it's the alcohol, about 3 cups of the alcohol, and then about 2.5 tablespoons of,
Distilled
aloe
water.
vera gel.
Oh,
Okay,
the
because
gel.
I have
Okay.
all that. Yeah, aloe vera gel.
Okay.
And then add about 11 drops of your essential oil, like, I don't know.
The tea tree. Well, the tea tree is the main
The
one.
tea tree.
Yeah, because it has antiviral, antibacterial properties where it'll kill. It has been scientifically known to kill viruses, bacteria, E. coli, stuff like that. So, yes.
These are my namaste. Every time when I work so hard, this is what I have. So
I have one of those too. Yeah.
I have to have it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I just go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the room, the room.
Well,
when
that's
you
what I
sweat
actually
out.
did. Instead of doing it with the aloe vera gel, I basically did the alcohol, and then I did like a spray. But I did tea tree
Yes.
oil, lavender, sage, and cedarwood, and
Yes.
all of those oils already, they also have
They already have
antibacterial,
it.
antifungal, but it's
Yes.
the tea tree oil that you want to put the most of because it has
That's
the
right.
antiviral, but the other oil
I think I
kind of
said,
just,
yeah. I think on
yeah,
the
to set
recipe I
off,
said I put like about
yeah,
18 drops or 11 drops or something like that, just
of
enough.
your,
And then have the lavender scent, just enough for just, to
to
give
kind of
scent.
throw off the tea tree, yeah, a little.
Yeah.
And guess what? So I literally sold out. Like I made it and sold out. Like they went so fast.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
I was like, and people were giving me, I was dropping it off at home. I said, I'll drop it off for you guys. And I was only charging $7, and people were giving me 10, 20, somebody
you.
like
Good for you.
25,
Good
and
for
I'm
you.
just so grateful. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, for now, I have a job until all this is over, but right now I'm not working. So,
Well, I think the rest of the world is not working right now, so we're trying to be, sustaining ourselves, and then, trying to find a
yeah,
solution together. And
yeah,
with that, as a business owner yourself, I want to invite, because I have webinar series of webinar discussing about business continuity, and I think I'm going to speak because you know what? To be honest with you, I've been having a computer crash in the last 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks now, but I think I'm ready to talk. Yeah, so it's been like really the bandwidth is bad, and it just crashed, believe me, right in the middle of this. I call it tsunami unprecedented disaster on my side.
oh yeah,
It's a data loss, and I'm transferring all of my data from this computer to cloud, and 2 terabytes.
oh my
Believe me,
God.
it's a tsunami.
When they say
But
when
anyway,
it rains, it pours. When it
yeah,
rains, it
exactly.
pours.
I told my husband, I was like, why is it happening to me? He's like, okay, I'm staying calm. I'm not buying toilet papers. Don't worry, honey. But yeah, I want to provide, just really solution-based webinars when we, entrepreneurs, business owners talk about this, and then trying to find solutions. How, when we come out of this, what are we going to expect? What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? So that's
Right.
what I want to bring everybody together. I think it's like not a mastermind, but more like let's join together and then band
Right.
together and then find solutions from different perspectives. Whether you're a solopreneur, whether you're a restaurant owner, business owner with 500 employees, corporation, or something like that. But I think it's right now we need to band together to find
Yeah.
solutions. I mean, not
That's
just
the only
talk
way, I
about,
think, sticking
not to talk
together
about
and
now,
helping each other. Yeah, helping each other
not
out.
talk about now, but talk about later, 3 months later.
After-
What are we going to do? How are we going to expect this?
Yeah. And even after everything goes back to normal, I mean, how are things gonna get back to functioning? Like, are people actually gonna get their jobs back, or are some jobs just gonna be like, we just took too much of a hit, we can't even come back? So it's tough, but and somebody was talking about right now, like, it's a good time to look at the stock market,
Yeah.
because everything's so low. So when the stock market goes back, you want to buy when it's low. So when it goes back up, you can make a profit, But I mean, that's my friend, and she has a friend in that's in the stock market, and he's gonna do like a webinar training for us on that. So, that's one thing I'm looking at. But I think staying active and not just being non-productive, even if we just have to be at home, we have to somehow still try to be productive in some way, whether it's helping someone, like doing your webinars. I mean, I think this is good because this helps. Who's singing next to me over here?
Hi. I want to say hi also to our friends in New York. Are they still there? Hi.
We're here. I'm here.
Okay,
Hi.
good. We're just talking. We're waiting for other people, but then none of the people probably waiting for me on YouTube or something. I'm trying to open up YouTube.
Nikki, I don't
That's
know.
Sandy and Jeff.
Nikki, I don't know all the. I know there's the Small Business Association is doing a loan because.
I heard about that today. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, yesterday.
and our church found out about it because we do have, like, Jeff is an employee of the church, and it was like March 31st we had our last session meeting, which is our board, and they found out about it. Somebody works for a bank, and they just said, all right, let's just apply for it right away, because they'll pay for, I think it turned out to be, they figured it was like 2.5 months salary or something like that, but they were just
Oh,
going
is
to
that what they're
apply for it.
saying?
Yeah, so I don't know
I've
the
read it.
details.
Yeah, I read it. The SPDC basically gave me a phone number to call.
Yeah.
And I also read somewhere, because I have a nonprofit. So I received this kind of things. And I kind of glanced through it. And I'd like to share it with you all if you want, but not right now when I have everything together. There is a number, there is a eligibility requirements and stuff like that. And I'll share it with you guys. But is that like CARES Act, Candy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that a CARES Act?
It's
Is that
part
a
of the
bill?
CARES Act. It was part of the CARES Act, I think. Two people on my session work for banks. One person is a lawyer, so he was going to get the application. So they were going to work on it. So I don't really know the details, but they were talking about some kind of percentage, but it's supposed to cover with your employees, but everybody figured out that would cover about 2.5 months of like salaries or something. They were just finding out about it. So,
Is it a loan or is it more like you're not going to pay for it?
I think it's a loan, because you can pay it back, because we're Presbyterian, right? We're Presbyterian church. Our property is owned by, we're in different groups. Like, a church is part of a presbytery, which is part of a synod, which is part of the country, like all the churches. But I think your local presbytery has ownership of your property. So if you have to get a loan, they might look at some. So the presbytery already just did a blanket approval saying, if your church applies for this, just let us know, and so we're aware of it. So we kind of all talked about it the same day. It was kind of funny. But so I don't really know the details, but it sounded like, we're a nonprofit, we're a church, but it sounded like that you could get the applications and put them in. You can get the information and start putting them in, like, as of April. So,
Yeah, I think I read it's a loan, and then you don't have to pay it for 2 years or something, and it's a 1%. I think. I'm not sure if that's the same one that you're seeing.
Yeah, I believe it's that.
Is that one? Yeah, I just read it this morning. So, and I think I posted on that Facebook the whole thing. I think I did. I don't know. Maybe Nick did on our Facebook. We have a Facebook, right? Dare to Save Life.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hang on. Let me just pull it up. Okay, I want to share the screen. From top. That one. Share. Jackie, have you gone here? Have you gone take your 30-day challenge?
No.
Do that with your little one. Both of you. Post it on our Facebook. Okay. Yeah, just say USA, working from home, San Pedro, or something like that. We want to post it on Facebook, as many as people can. Right. Okay. So I can count you guys in, you and your little one, your princess. Okay.
Okay.
Can you send me the one time? You can do a video if you want.
Okay. Can you do me the link? Can you send me the link?
Yeah, it's ideacares.org. I'm gonna write it on the chat box. Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, but I think what I'm gonna do is to call more people, because I usually do it on YouTube. This thing, but I want to do it in Zoom so I can see people. YouTube doesn't.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't allow me, because they only write me stuff. And I'm like, no. I want to see you guys' face.
Now, I just now learned about Zoom. I don't know. I know. You know what? I probably did do a few, interviews online or like conferences on Zoom probably a while back, but I forgot all about it until now. Like, everyone's been using Zoom for everything, So, it's the little things now that people are actually appreciating, that we would take for granted.
I know Zoom is so overwhelmed right now, right, Candy? Zoom is like overwhelmed now. I mean, I submitted a ticket. By the way, Candy, I have a question for you. Okay,
Okay.
it's a technical question. I know you're an expert in this. It's regarding Zoom. I am not able to do a virtual background. I downloaded my Zoom client installer. It's still not working, and it drove me crazy for like 3 days now. What do I need to do?
I have no idea.
Ask somebody else.
I know that we had our Zoom presbytery meeting. One of the women sitting there, it looked like she was sitting in her church because it was the background of like, her church. And everybody said, "What, Diane, you're in church? What? You're supposed to be home."
No, it's virtual.
This is a virtual thing, and everybody's laughing, but I don't know how you do it.
Oh, okay, I can give you the quick rundown. You need a background that you can key out. Has to be all one color that normally is a different color, like a weird green or something like that. And it needs to be.
You're talking about a green background.
Yeah, it needs to be completely blank and evenly lighted. And then you can key it out. You have to have software that can key it out, and you can key the background out, which would be a weird shade of green, for example, and put in whatever picture slide that you have or movies that you have. That's
But
the
it's a
way they
green
do it.
background though.
That's
Right?
that's the theory. If you had a background with different lighting and pictures and stuff, you wouldn't be able to key that out.
So it's a green background.
That's the theory. That's the theory. You'd have to have software.
I read that already. I think I have a green sheets. Yeah.
Okay, well
So
then
you
try
just
that
put the green
experiment.
sheets.
Key things, then key it out.
I'm not even there yet.
I'll put up a YouTube video. I keyed out something back in the day.
But Jeff, I'm not even there yet. I'm still struggling, trying to find. I already did all of the stuff.
I'll message it to you. I gotta find it now.
He did it a while ago, so I hope it still works that I did. But it makes sense.
The virtual background.
Yeah, so I think you might be able. I'll tell you something. Zoom has a lot of. There's a lot of videos on YouTube for Zoom. So maybe they'll have one like how to do the virtual background, or they have like a lot of help on Zoom. So, but
Well, I downloaded. I set it up with virtual background, all this stuff, and then they said, okay, it still won't work. I don't know how. It just doesn't work. Anyway, it doesn't work. So I'm sorry about my background. This is my home office. I think my home office is okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
I have a lot of boxes over here. I still need to clean up because it's been abandoned, by the way, because we've been traveling. But other than that, Jackie, you cannot see, huh?
No, it's a little. Oh, there you go. Let's say, put it up more. Dare to save lives.
Right, there's a safe life.
Okay.
If you cannot see it,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, see.
you see USA Dare to Save Lives. Okay, I do want everybody to do that. I know you guys are already staying home, which is perfect. Like I said, I think this awareness, it's like two weeks late because I've been in tsunami. But I think we have a lot of people hitting that new website. I'm surprised. I mean, I'm like, oh wow. In fact, I think I want to show it to you in the background here. Hang on, let me see if I can pull up what I just did. Hold on. There. Website. Okay, hold on a minute. How is it in New York right now?
I was in New York. Like
Yeah.
weather-wise, or
Yeah, weather-wise.
well, it's been cool. It's been sunny, but we really had we had a very mild winter. No snow. And sometimes March, April can always be like a lot of bothersome. But the weather's been really nice. Like I said, it was cool but sunny.
Yeah, we have a lot of rain right now in California. In fact, it's been raining right now.
Yeah, you see that? It's very windy and rainy.
Yeah.
Where is she? Oh, she's
See that-
just showing us.
I'm
See that-
literally like, this is my view. Like, this is my desk, and my view is I have an ocean view, but you can't even see the ocean right now. It's so bad.
Oh, great.
Like,
Yeah.
that's the port, and then but it's just you can see the rain and the wind. It's pretty bad. But we can't go anywhere anyway, so it don't matter. We need rain.
That adds to the cabin fever when it's a dreary day outside too. But I don't know. It's better than being hooked up to a ventilator somewhere, right?
That is.
That's right. Yeah, I think we
You
should
gotta
our
be grateful for life, and just thank God that I mean, we're still here. There's so many people dying. It's just so sad. Like, when I saw one. There was one day I was looking at the numbers, especially in New York, seeing videos of all those people in the hospitals, and the doctors are saying people are just dying alone without their families. I mean, I just broke down crying. I just started praying and broke down crying, and I was just like, Lord, just please help us be with these people, because it's so sad. It's just, oh my God, it's so sad. And all we can do, I mean, in order to just take care of ourselves, our bodies, our health, and take our supplements. I've been taking vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, I always normally take elderberry, like the norm elderberry, vitamin C, and echinacea. Oh, and olive leaf pills. But
What is it?
olive leaf pills? Basically, olive leaf pills is a natural antiviral. It's not. You could find it like at Sprouts or something like that, but
Online,
it has.
Amazon?
Yeah, you can find it on Amazon. It's a natural, like homeopathic, antiviral, vitamin supplement. And but now they're saying there's this doctor that I watch online. He's pretty credible on YouTube. I'll send you a link to him. But he was saying that the research that these doctors did in New York, they combined, I forgot what name of the medicine it was, but they combined it with zinc. And zinc is what's basically fighting against this virus. And they had 100% success rate. So they did it on 699 patients, and all 699 survived. This formula.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're saying like that medication that they're using, it opens up a pathway for the zinc to come in, and the zinc is what fights off the virus. So a lot of people have been buying zinc too. That's another thing. If you go to the pharmacies, or like where you get your supplements, wherever you get them at Sprouts or CVS or whatnot, or GNC, zinc is off the shelf right now. Like, people are buying that like crazy. People are buying vitamin C like crazy, and these supplements could be pretty pricey too. Like, I like going to sometimes, like, if you go to CVS, sometimes they'll have supplements on clearance for like 75% off, only because they get so much in, they just want to hurry up and get other stuff out, and they're good kind.
Right.
So,
right.
But I mean, I think prayers is one of the best things. And they doctors were also doing some reading, and some doctors that have they have researched this virus, and they're saying that, of course, we know that heat kills the virus. So this doctor that came online, I posted the video on my page, and this doctor, she was saying that there's combined with the virus, I guess they were talking now about the 5G thing, how the radio waves and the 5G are also making the symptoms of the coronavirus even more worse than what they really are. And just, I don't know if it's a whole conspiracy theory, but have you heard anything about that? Have you guys heard about the 5G?
I'm not sure.
I saw something where they thought that was like, somebody said, like because I get on Twitter and somebody said, oh, everybody's saying stuff about the 5G, but that's like a hoax. But, you know, I mean, that's why, I don't know. I heard people suspected it, but I think the jury's still out on it.
Right. Because it's so new, I think, you know. But yeah, but you know, so what I've been doing to kind of like, you know, help keep me and my daughter, you know, healthy as well. I mean, because you know, I'm a single mom and I have to run out to the store sometimes with her, which gives me so much anxiety. You know, but I do steams, like citrus steams, where I'll boil hot water, sea salt, and some lemon peels and orange peels in a big old pot, and let that get really hot. And you know, when it starts boiling, turn it off, and then just kind of, you know, inhale the steam, the hot
Oh,
steam.
really? That's good, huh?
Yeah, so basically what it does, you know, they were doing some research on it. The hot steam will kill, you know, and it's better if you put a towel over your head. But basically hot steam, as hot as you can stand it, but just, you know, be safe about it. But the hot steam, you know, being in under that steam for 5-10 minutes, you know, it's better even 15, but you know, it kills any bacteria that you might have in your sinus area. You know,
I'm gonna try that. I have a whole freaking tree of lemon and tangelos, and I don't use it only except to just eat with salmon and stuff like that. But that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's good.
So, and it does, and it works because let me tell you, because the sea salt in it creates a saline, right? When you water and salt creates saline, okay? So what that does when you inhale that steam, saline is it extracts impurities, right? So, you know, you'll start noticing as you're doing the steam, like your nose running, everything's just coming out. You out of nowhere, sometimes you even cough up, you know, things that you didn't know were there. You're like, whoa, you know, some mucus. I mean, so it really is cleansing, and it's, you know, and the heat is killing, you know, because bacteria can't stand, you know, heat for so long, you know, viruses. So it's killing. I mean, don't get, like, I have literally had, you know, where it scared me. I was like, oh my God, my throat's starting to hurt. It's getting a little tickle. You know, I'm coughing. Let's just say this was like around the 19th, 20th when the whole thing started. So, you know, and I kind of panicked a little, but I quickly started doing the steams, you know, in the morning and at night. I do the neti pot, the nasal flush with the salt and the distilled water and some oils that go into it, and you just flush your sinuses out. It kills anything that's up there too. I take hot steam baths where I let the bath get super hot and steamy inside, and I run my eucalyptus oil or tea tree oil. I run the diffuser in there with the steam, because all those steams, all that inside of you, you know, it's gonna kill whatever it is, you know. And I'm telling you, I think I gave it at least 2 days. My sore throat was gone. It was gone. It didn't turn into nothing else. Thank God. So it works, you know. It works. Yeah. You froze up.
Nikki, you there?
Are you there?
Yeah, I think she froze up.
Yeah.
You frozen,
The
Nikki?
hostess left the building.
No, she froze.
It froze.
Tell her I put a message. I messaged her a thing that I had keep. I got a background thing there.
Yeah, you guys should try it over there in New York, you know.
Yeah.
I say it only makes sense, you know, to and you know, I mean, hey, it's better to try it and then not to try it. And you know, I mean, I always say I'm trying whatever I can to keep me and my daughter healthy and make sure, you know, we don't, you know, especially when we leave our house and come back in, like going to the grocery store, it's a little hectic because there's, you know, people in line to get in the stores, and you know, I wear a mask. I put a mask on her.
Wearing a mask too. Yep.
Yeah, she wears a mask, but she's a 4-year-old. She
Yeah.
she keeps taking it off. And so we're in line. I'm like, put your mask back on. I had to tell her like 3 times. After the 3rd time, she said, Mom, I'm just so tired of this already. I don't want to wear this stinking mask. I was like, oh my God. And it gives me anxiety. I just, so I just said from now on, I'm like, either I'm ordering Instacart or from Instacart, or my daughter's father, he's going to do some grocery shopping for us and drop it off. So, because I just can't go to the store with her no more. It's too much. But, yeah, you guys should try that. That would really.
Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah.
It also gives you a nice facial, by the way. My skin has literally I had really bad pores at one time, and I've been doing so many steams.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, wow, your skin looks really nice, and it looks so smooth, and my pores have diminished, and oh man, it's good for a lot of things, that's for sure. Yeah. So Nikki really did leave the building, huh? Or maybe she
And did she break her 40-minute?
No, because when
No, she can't.
if you have free Zoom, they do kick you off after 40 minutes, but I think they extended it. But Nikki, you're either taking a nap or your picture froze.
Yeah, the picture froze. I think she either.
I see that your mic is on, but we don't hear you unless you muted us. Muted yourself.
Let me see if she's still on. It's showing that she's still on.
Yeah, I see a picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, hers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just that she's not moving.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I thought she was like leaning back and listening, but she's not. Nikki,
No, it was like,
are you alive?
was she that
She's coming
amazing?
back in. All right, now she has a different picture coming in, and it's muted.
Oh.
Okay, so maybe she had to get off. All right, Nikki is muted, and her video's off.
Oh yeah, and she probably got disconnected. It's raining pretty hard out here. It's been raining all day. Is Nikki there? Is
The host now. Yeah, I guess she got out of one account. So,
Her empire.
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it's been raining. So sometimes you never know. Electricity might go out, or
Yeah, that's, we have that
Hi,
too
I'm
here.
here.
Yeah, we're still here. What happened to you?
I don't know. I was so mad. It's like, what happened?
Could you hear us? Could you hear us, or you were just totally out?
I went to the living room and I said, honey, is there lightning somewhere? I just got disconnected.
Yeah, we're talking and all, but your picture was still there. It was frozen, and I go, Nikki, are you sleeping? Are you dead? I don't know. You weren't moving, and then all of a sudden, Jacqueline said, "Uh-oh, I think we lost her."
I'm like,
You froze.
I was trying to tell you
scary.
what to do.
It was scary.
I had my tsunami. Remember?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if you have like have a minute. March, I think it was March 11, right? And I here I am. I said I'm gonna change and update information on my website, nikkidare.com.
Right.
So I'm gonna redesign my website. And I told my husband that, and I go, yeah, I'm gonna do this, right? And then so here I am, trying to design everything. And then, I got it to design, plug in this, plug in that. I'm really at it, right? So anyway, cut the story short. Jackie, are you there? I see
I'm
you.
here.
Oh, okay. And hi. And and then my website took a crash. So I'm like, okay, it's not working. And I'm about to do a webinar. And then I'm trying to tell everybody to go to my website to sign up for some stuff. So of course, I'm like going panic. And at the same time, I'm seeing on the news, people are hoarding toilet papers. This is the same time, okay? It's so dramatic. And I'm like, I don't pay attention to this toilet paper hoarding because here I am trying to fix this stuff because I have webinars and I have work to do and I'm supposed to do these things, all this stuff is going on at the same time. And then so I call my IT guys, I call my tech support people, and then they try to help me, and they did, and they try to sell me this product, and it's 2 terabyte cloud storage, and I go, guys, if you're gonna install that cloud storage in my computer, you will not succeed. Why? Because I do not have any space on my local computer, because I'm still fighting with space right now. You know this, right, Candy? The data stuff, right? It's really fun, by the way. And then so the guys installed it anyway because I really need space. And I go, okay, I'll buy it. So he installed it. Since then, that was March 18. Since then, I've been fighting with space with 0 byte in my local computer. Guess what? Whenever I want to do Zoom, whenever I want to save my work, it said insufficient disk space. Please release or delete some files. So here I am, deleting files. I'm transferring data across the other cloud storage. Oh, it's just like calamity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like this. I come out for about 2.5 weeks. My hair was not pretty like this. I was like, yee.
Yeah.
I only come out my room, literally. Only go potty, and my husband keep feeding me. Oh my God. This is a time when, the outbreak was going on outside the world. So he'll knock on my door, breakfast, knock on my door, lunch, knock on my door. This is the only time I come out. Whenever I come out, my hair look like this already. Is it done yet? No, but I already have 20-something gigabyte in my local computer, so I'm safe to do webinar, to do Zoom, to do YouTube, to do my project, and stuff like that. But before that, oh my God, you don't want to see me. I was so upset. I was just like, so I wasn't paying attention to toilet paper hoarding and all of that. Thank God I wasn't paying attention. Otherwise, I would get upset too. It's like, I never teach that. The last decade, I'm teaching disaster preparedness, advocating disaster preparedness to put candles, to put your emergency kits, your first aid kits, your, all this family emergency plan with your family and loved ones. Not toilet paper. I never thought about that.
Right.
What?
Yeah. And that's
I would have bought stock in toilet paper.
Opener. Yeah, not electric can opener, canned food, all this stuff. Yeah, you gotta get that, but never toilet paper. I have no idea why people hoard toilet paper, by the way. Is it from Venezuela, other country that had experienced this?
I have no idea.
That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe they went through something in the past, or I don't know, or they know someone that went through something, and they're like, okay, you want to get toilet paper. I don't know. I mean, I was asking myself the same question. What do they know that we don't know?
I know.
With the toilet paper, like, I mean, people were literally fighting over toilet paper.
Right. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing too. My observation, because I thank God this data problem, tsunami problem I have in my computer, in my own personal life going on too at the same time. I otherwise I would be so passionate tackling these things, but I sat back, right? I sat back and observed these things, and I'm trying to understand what's going on, right? How people react. So one of the things that I talk about with my my other fellow, emergency prep people, CERT people, and then we say, just for the next time when we experience something like this, look at the shelf. The items that pull out of the shelf. We need to make a note. What's out there? I mean, we're studying this thing, the behavior. It's like, why? We don't understand, but we're studying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
What are your thoughts? Like I said, I mean, we're not. We want to talk about this, but we don't want to spend so much and focus and so much time talking about the whys and everything is happening already. We want to talk about the 3 months from now. How are we gonna cope? Overcome all of this when we do get out of the quarantine, the shelter in place. How is our personal life will be will
affected.
Yeah. Well, how are we gonna operate? Because it's gonna be different out there. It's already different.
It's gonna be different, I think.
We need to change the way our mindset, the way we do business. Oh, we already know that. We're going to change our business, right? We're going to change the way we do business. It's different. People are not going to be touching each other. People are probably not going to be networking. People are not going to be in a group I mean, there's going to be like some kind of distance, when we do stand. I mean,
I really do think, and I really do think that the supermarkets should keep their strategy how they've been doing it right now, even after this whole stay-at-home order lifts. Because right now, if you go to a supermarket, I don't know where you're at, how they're doing it, but they're allowing only a certain amount of people in at a time to control the crowd. They allow the seniors in early in the morning first, alone, and I really think that should, even though the stay-at-home order is is going to be lifted eventually, I think they should still keep certain guidelines, just to kind of help keep, just to kind of help keep things, continue to be be smooth, because you never know. It's like, if you think about like Ebola, okay, there was that big outbreak. There was that big outbreak of Ebola, right? And then, that killed a lot of people. And then, a few years later, they had another small outbreak. They were able to contain it right away, thank God it didn't kill as many this time, because they contained it right away. But there's still some cases out there, in Africa of Ebola. There's still some cases. It's rare, they pop up here and there, but they contain it right away, because now, because of what they went through, it's different now. When they see it, now they act immediately. I think the mistake that the government made, in this situation, is they knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They knew it was here, but they're like, oh, no big deal. It's not something we have to worry about. But look at where we're at now. I mean, and there's some countries, like what they were saying, I think it was Korea, took action right away, and they didn't have as many cases, and so I mean, I honestly, and I even think from now on, when I go to the store, even afterwards, in 3 months, when I go to the store, I'm still gonna most likely wear a mask.
It's going to change dramatically.
Yeah.
It's going to change all of this. It's a pivot right now. We must think in 3 months. I was telling Jeff and Candy a while ago earlier that I was like, when you go shooting, aiming, you're moving. It's a moving target. You aim a moving target. You don't just stand still at a moving target. You gotta have to follow it. Basically, and try to follow it on anything.
I'm on the
Who
phone.
is this? Hello, Galaxy
That's
7
Cor-
Pro.
She's being
Not yourself.
she's being shy, and she's very she's been wanting my phone, because I guess her iPad died. She wants my phone, but I'm on my phone, so she's gonna
I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Somebody joining in. No, someone's joining in.
Oh, okay.
Announce yourself.
This is Jim, Nikki. How are you?
Jim Rosier. Hey,
Yes,
how are
ma'am.
you? Where are you? We can't see you.
How are you? Well, I'm trying to how do you turn the video on?
That's on your side.
Yeah, well, 1 second.
It's hard with the phones, I find. I'm like on a desktop. It's easier. But the phone,
I think
Who's
with the
from
phone,
Philippines?
it
I
says connect with video call, and then and there's an option connect with video call, and there's one with connect with audio call. There's you have
I
two
have all of
options.
that fancy stuff. The fancy
Yeah.
cyber, whatever you can. I have the cyber. I don't know what it's called. UCAM, the latest one, number 9. But it just told me a while ago before I went on webinar on this Zoom. It says my laptop, my desktop here is not compatible. I need to upgrade it. Yeah, right. Okay, great. So I'm still having the outdated one. Anyway, I wanted to mention something a while ago and I forget. Jim, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
We can't
Oh,
see
Nikki,
you.
you do you still do are you still doing trainings? I think it was you were doing either self-defense or shooting range.
I do all of it.
Right now, all the ranges.
I do all of it. Combat street techniques, life-saving skills, fitness, health tips, healthy eating habits, shooting, knives, just about every kind of weapon you could think of.
Jim,
wow,
introduce
that's cool.
yourself, who you are.
Excuse me?
Introduce yourself. We're all here from different parts of
Okay,
Jeff and Candy are from New York. We have Jacqueline here from San Pedro, California. And then you are?
I'm Jim Rozier I'm currently living in the Philippines. I'm a security consultant, mostly working in Southeast Asia, some in the Middle East. Former military, 30 years in martial arts. Wow, I've been training in about 13, 14 different martial arts. Currently, I'm training in 5 different martial arts. Guns, knives, batons, mace. It's a big list.
Wow.
How is it in Philippines right now?
Excuse me?
How is it in Philippines right now?
Oh, the Philippines, the government has got us under really heavy restrictions, but my family and I were all safe, of course. It's not my first rodeo with martial law.
Martial law. Oh, God.
Oh wow. Are we under martial law? Oh no, we're not under martial law.
We are under martial law also here. But you know what?
Oh, we are.
Yeah, we are. What it means is that the military is already been ordered to protect, just in case if like the National Guard, I should say, right? National Guards are being ordered, right, to protect the citizens, you know, in case of anything, whatever happens. But I think what Jim was saying is more strict over there, because I think the government ordered the police and all the uniform people, right, to be on the street to watch. If anybody comes out, they are ordered to shoot, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, so you definitely have to stay in.
No, I don't. I use my own precautions. I'll give you a little background on myself. My first mission, I was 19 in the military, so all this is nothing that's really new to me. The family stays in. If I need to go out, then I go out and get essentials, food, medical supplies, or whatever that I don't already have. Myself, I do videos and post them on my own timeline for others, of course, to advise people to stay in. Not everyone has the same mindset, skills, abilities, knowledge, or experience to deal with things like this.
Right.
It's true. That's very true. Now everybody in some level. We were just talking about that when before you even come in here. You know, about how people reacting, you know, through this pandemic experience and everything like this. Culturally, it's different also over there.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm curious. Given the different demographic areas, New York and California, how bad is the hoarding in areas like that over there?
In California, not so much. But Jackie, you can fill in. Jackie, you can go ahead and fill in.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
With the hoarding with the groceries stores, it's very hard. Like when we basically there's really nothing in the stores, so people are hoarding toilet paper. I mean, all the essentials, you know, that you would think you need, you know, and I mean, so if you're looking for like, you know, your basic family, well, I would say emergency needs, you can't really find anywhere. So now you kind of have to, like, say, for example, like sanitizer, alcohol, stuff like that, to make sanitizer. It's been so hard, you know, to even find anything, because people did hoard a lot. I mean, you know, and for whatever reasons, I don't know why people started hoarding toilet paper. God, I don't know what they know that we don't know, but
I never advocated that.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not maybe you're not as afraid as everybody else either.
That could be too.
No, I'm still clueless. I mean, you want to see my backpack? You want to see my emergency supplies? I mean, toilet paper? Okay, I've got personal hygienes and everything like that. I care for it. It's my priority. But like more like a canned good, canned food, not electric, Anyway, I think that's just natural disaster, sort of preparedness. But still.
Oh, and it's interesting because me and my girlfriend were noticing how we went, like we were talking about it, how you go to the grocery store, the meat department's completely empty. Vegetable and fruit is still pretty well stocked. Milk and all
There
that
he is.
stuff gone. Health and vitamin and supplement aisle, and it's still pretty, some things are still pretty stocked.
Yeah.
I think just now people are really starting to be like, oh, maybe we should get some vitamins, maybe we should take care of our bodies. I mean, I'm just glad I was doing that before all this happened, and I have tons of supplements and stuff that I do for me and my daughter every day on a daily basis. But, and just, trying to eat as healthy as possible. But of course, we know also the healthier you want to go, if you want to go organic, it's a lot more expensive. And right now people can't really afford that, with self-defense and, I think Nikki, you and the other gentleman that just came on, I'm curious to know, hi, there he goes. I'm curious to know basically, what do you
put everybody
recommend?
together on one screen? Oh, I'm so sorry. Candy, how do you put everybody together on one screen?
I think on the top there's a view. It says speaker view. I think there's a way you can change the view.
It says stop video and then spotlight
I've got
video.
4 people on my screen right now.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I don't know. Roll it.
There are 3.
How do you do
Okay.
that?
You're on the top. I'm next. It's like almost like the Brady Bunch, right? We just need a couple more people.
Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
You just click on my phone. You just click on your picture, and it'll give you every. Now I got 4 people on my screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know why? Because I'm using that CyberLink stuff. I don't know if that makes sense to you. How do you do it? Spotlight video.
Are you on your computer?
Yeah.
Now when you click, you see me on top, and you're in the middle, and I think there's an arrow. So if I can see you, I can see Jacqueline. I can see. I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Is it Jim?
Jim, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you do it?
I don't know.
I'm on a Galaxy 7 Samsung. Down at the bottom, it's got 3 little dots.
When you talk, and then you come on. But when nobody talks,
Yeah, we're talking.
We're talking. Can you hear me?
everybody when people talk, then they're on my video, my screen. But
Yeah, whoever's talking, it goes on your screen. And if a yellow circle, if your square has a yellow border, that means you're talking.
I do not know how to do that. I'm sorry.
I know.
It's okay.
And we're all. I'm new to Zoom myself, so today was the first time. I think it's the first time I used it. I don't remember using it unless I've done some other video conferences back then, but I don't know if it was Zoom. So what do you recommend right now? I mean, a lot of people are saying that, they're talking about how this situation is going to get worse. People are going to get more desperate as time goes on because people are out of jobs, are out of money. They might not get their checks in time. They're thinking, crime is going to go up. I mean, self-defense wise, I thought about, I'm just going to go buy a gun. I'm a single
Have you ever
mom.
Have you ever used a weapon? Have you ever fired a gun?
And that's,
Then don't buy one.
Yeah, and no,
we talk about that,
I've gone
Jackie.
to the shooting range like one time, and I had my friend. He's also an armed guards, and he taught me how to use his gun. But no, I really don't have experience with that. So I'm thinking maybe the next best thing is pepper spray. I don't know. I mean,
knife.
I have that in my purse. I do, because I'm telling you, I've been to a couple stores already where I live, and then so you have everything that I would say where I live is a pretty decent area. I'm right by Palos Verdes, in Point Fermin, and the Point Fermin is in the San Pedro area, but it's more coastal, so it's up on the hill. And it's pretty, but I've literally experienced where people are running out the stores, robbing the store. I mean, already. And it's kind of, it's very scary. It's gone. But then you go to the...
Let me do this. Let me do this. All your concerns, do me a favor and write those down and then send them to me in Messenger, and I'll make a video addressing each one of your concerns.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you.
And he's all the way in the Philippines, by the way.
Yes, I'm in Metro Manila right now.
Manila. Okay. My friend goes over there a lot to minister. He's a minister, like a preacher. Okay, so what's the email or Facebook or?
Write it on the if you can write it on the chat box.
Well, you write it down, and what you can do is, as soon as we're all finished, you can add me to Facebook. Nikki can send you the link, or we'll figure it out one way.
Okay.
You send me the whole list in chat, or maybe in here. I just downloaded this app just maybe 3 minutes ago.
What is your email address, Jim?
My business one? It's the business, JIM, small caps, ROSIER 0 at gmail.com.
There you go. Jim, do me a big favor. Whenever you do have those videos, upload it on the Dare Save the Lives. That would be great for other people also to see.
I put 2 up, but I believe you have to either share them or approve them.
Oh, is that right? Well, Nick is actually managing that Facebook page, but I can override him as well. Nick is my social media person. But okay, I'll look at it again. From time to time, I do it every day to check up what's going on. So I have to put something.
My second video in one of my karate gis, and another video with my plate carrier doing jumping jacks. So.
Oh, okay. I'll look at it as soon as we get off this webinar, and I'll go ahead.
No rush.
I'll get out those videos. I think it's very useful for other people to see, because a lot of people are really concerned with all of the crime being increasing possible. Even though we have martial law here, we're talking about California. I'm pretty sure other bigger metropolitan demographic that has more people populated areas. We don't know what to do, and then because guns are not out there anymore and everything, so self-defense is the best option right now, and I think that's what most of everybody is looking into as well.
Well, the best defense is prevention. Stay away from trouble.
That's
Always.
Right. Situational awareness. We talked about that.
Yes, we have. Self-awareness.
We already covered that.
I'm sure you remember, Nikki. I mean, I've been cut, stabbed, shot, broken bones. I prefer to stay away from that kind of thing.
Yep.
Yes, I would. That's.
Distance is your best friend. And I think Jeff and Candy knows that, right? From your shooting range training?
From front
Distance is your BFF.
Yep. When we had front sight training, the situational awareness, but they did talk about just get away from a situation. And they, one of the instructors said, like, if he goes out to a restaurant, he checks all the exits. You sit down, we can get out. And if anything had happened, he would get out of there first. You don't look for a fight. You don't run. It all depends. We don't know how we're going to act, but the big deal was to be safe and to avoid things, unless it's something you absolutely have to be involved in. So that mindset and situational awareness. Because when we tell people we were going to do the 4-day handgun self-defense course, why are you shooting? Why are you getting pissed? Well, I want to learn how to do it right.
Right.
and be safe. And now we have the mindset and the experience that we'll, that we're not nervous about anything.
Yeah. I mean, whenever I teach at the range, the first couple things that I will share my feelings, my utmost feelings, inside feelings to my fellow instructors would say, I'm gonna cover the safety rules. You guys know that. Oh yeah, Nikki, we know you're taking your time. You always take your time. But yeah, I want to make sure that it's embedded ingrained in their head. And I would do it over and over again, about a couple times, 2-3 times, right? And then throughout the course, before we do drop practice, after we do drop practice, I will run that over to the students, the safety rules and gun handling. People who first time gun owners, and they don't know how to use it safely. There's nothing more dangerous being around with that, with this kind of group. And they know what I'm talking about because I am scared. You know what I mean? I'm scared for me, and I'm scared for other students too. So what I'm trying to say, my point is that look very close and take this as a priority as an instructor to watch those people, everybody meaning. So this from front side. I mean, there are some people who would just be ignorant, right? So that's the reason why whenever I lead, I'm range safety officer, RSO, range master. Whenever I lead my class, I would say, this is not a playground. I'm taking this rather seriously.
Right.
If I see anybody doing this, being ignorant and being, whatever, like don't give a shit and don't listen and everything about safety rules, I'm going to pull you guys aside and I'm going to talk to you guys nicely. But if you guys going to be like ignorant about it, you don't need to be in my class because I'm scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be honest with them because I will tell them I'm never going to be telling you guys this. I will be scared if I see you guys flying around with this and not following my safety rules. And they know that. My fellow instructors know, yeah, we respect your feelings, Nikki. No, because I'm teaching the first time beginner students. And right now, I'm taking a break for almost a year now. Not because I'm scared, it's because I've done it for a long time. And I'd rather do private classes because those people have some kind of background and it's easy to manage. If I have like about 20-something people out in the range and I only have like 3 instructors with myself, I am scared. And I can do that. Guys, I will have 2 sessions. Whatever if you can, but I cannot be in your afternoon class. No, you got to be in afternoon class. So I don't want to deal with that anymore. It's like, no, I don't want to do this. So, people ask me, it's like, you just, there's a lot of demand out there, Nikki. You got to teach these people. Like, oh, I do. I want to teach them. But, a lot of these people are ignorant too, and I'm scared. So hopefully you understand.
Yeah.
Do you wear a vest? Do you wear a vest teaching first time?
I have concealed. No, but I have my concealed thing over here too. Just because, sometimes I have guys that come in class and then they just being, I don't know, they're just being funny, like, I get it. I'm a little short girl and I'm teaching like a little whatever. I try to, be cordial. But a lot of times, I tell my fellow instructors and I would say like, why don't you talk to him, please? Yeah. Because it's like, hey, when it's come to safety issue, I'm not joking. I'm serious. I would share my feelings to my fellow instructors and say, there's nothing more dangerous than seeing and being around with first time. You guys can be playful and all that. We can do all of that. But when it comes to gun handling, no, I'm serious.
Long Island, New York. So we're about 50 miles out from New York City.
I've been to Long Island. We're at exactly in Long Island, though.
West Islip is near Babylon. Because Babylon, Bay Shore, it's the South Shore.
South Shore, okay.
South Shore. We're very close to the causeway that goes over to Fire Island, Robert Moses, Fire Island, Jones Beach area. We're near a causeway that goes over there. Yeah, so South Shore, Long Island, Suffolk County.
Well, I haven't been there in years, but excuse me, Nikki.
Yeah, no, we met. Jeff and Candy. I was in New York for a conference, for a 3-day conference, I think, 2014. I
Yeah.
was staying at the Marriott Marquis, right? Um, these folks, oh my God, they showed up. They bought my book, and I brought 2 extra books for you guys. And then they bought my book, and I'm like, no, I was gonna give it to you for free, well, you know.
Oh, we're
And then
fine.
I bought you guys dinner. It was good. I mean, you know, I was so hungry. It was fun. It was fun. And then they stayed at the hotel. And then it's like, no, I don't want you guys to go. You gotta go. You know, it's like, you gotta go home. He was like late home. It was like 9:30 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That
a great
fun.
time. I really enjoyed it. I hope that we can meet up again, you and Jeff.
Yeah, that'd
And
be nice.
hopefully that I can visit your church next time I come out there.
Yep.
I don't know when, but hopefully soon. Yeah.
We'll meet
Yeah.
again, said Queen Elizabeth the other day in her speech.
We'll meet again. I will survive.
Yeah.
I will survive. That's all I want to say. I will survive.
Yeah, kind of like Keith Richards, huh? He's not going to die anyway.
Yeah.
The British guy?
Kind of like Keith Richards of Rolling Stones. He's not going to die.
Oh, none of them are.
No, he's going to have to make songs.
Yeah. Well, we're in Long Island, and you know everybody's staying home, and nobody goes to work. But people are walking around our block. I mean, we're in the suburbs and walking their dogs. The state parks are no charge, so you know there's a big space that people go in and walk like on a trail or something like that. So you kind of have a little more freedom, but you know, and we're doing things with the supermarkets. They are counting people going in, and they're having. But I really pray for the people that are serving the public. Our postman, the mail's getting mail delivered every day. UPS, FedEx. I just give credit to all these people that have to work with
Yeah,
people.
I know.
You know.
You know, I had my first time this morning. I had my first teleconferencing doctor visit with my podiatrist. I don't know if you guys know, but I have a severe podiatrist feet problem with, you know, I do have autoimmune disorder. Now that you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons why I have to be locked in, because I'm very prone and vulnerable to catching this kind of thing. And, you know, when my husband heard about this, and then he just caged me in. He's like, okay. So that's why I told you guys, I haven't been out. I was out last Friday, I think, pick up my mail. I tried to go to CVS Pharmacy, but I saw a lot of cars parked outside, and I go, no, I'm not going to do that. Even I was with my gloves and stuff like that. And I went to ATM bank too, but I was wearing gloves to punch in the ATM stuff, pin pads. But I picked up my mail, and then the owner took a video with me because I usually give hugs to him. But I was throw my packages out. I don't mind. So he was throwing packages, and I threw away a note to him. It was so funny. It's like, God, social distancing. But it makes me sad, you know, thinking about it, because when am I gonna hug you guys again? You know, I can't. I guess I can't anymore, right? I mean, no more hugs. Sorry. No more hugs.
I'm a big people's person too. My wife and I'll let you know, Candy, my wife and I usually walk to the gym when it was open.
Yeah.
I say hi. I carry candy to pass out to kids, just the homeless kids on the streets and stuff like that. And, I miss that. I miss that.
Right? Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, you know, you guys know I have a nonprofit called IDEA. I mean, you guys know that,
right.
You and Jeff. You know, when this broke out, and I was on the phone with, you know, I had a webinar teleconference with all the volunteers and all of my team members, and I said, you know what, we can't do this. So we cancel everything. So what we usually do in the past is community events, mitigation lectures. So we meet people in public generally, you know, and then I go myself, I go to churches, and then I, you know, connect with people, engage with this, just people in general, talking about disaster preparedness, and they will invite me and eat with them, stuff like that. You know, we've gone to food banks, we've gone to, we haven't been to homeless center for a while now because we've got other things to do. But you know, I'm gonna miss it, because this is all what we've done in the past, and because of this, now we're gonna have to do everything virtual. And I don't know, it just makes me sad because my husband knows this. I am people, like you,
Yeah,
Jim.
when you're like
You know,
people, yeah, it's tough.
and it's gonna be hard. It just makes me sad, because right. So that's why I want to stay connected, and I threw this initiative just a few days ago last week called Dare to Save Lives. Um, all I want is to everybody stay connected, and then virtually stay connected around the world, and then stay home, because that's how we can save lives. And not flatten the curve, but end the virus spread. And then I said, let's go do this. This is the only release that we can do for right now. But yes, do I want to continue our commitment grassroots work? Absolutely. How are we going to do that? I don't know yet. It's going to be virtual because there's a project. I don't know Jeff and Candy or even Jim knows, but there's a project that's in 2020 to 2021. Actually, it's a 3-year project where I'm sending advocates. I'm sending our lead team members to go to the undeserved population. We were thinking of 3 different areas in LA County, even Northern California also. But to do a survival backpack project, meaning that there are 500 homes that we're targeting this year and next year for 3 years. So it's 1,500 homes total in 3 years that we want to continue to do the work for disaster preparedness, for earthquake and fire and flood and things like that, and also man-made active shooter. So that's being put on hold. We were gonna launch it, like this spring, and it's like this thing happened. Like, oh my God, no!
Nikki, my visas are good, my passport's good. Point me to the country. That's all you got to tell me to do. I've been a lot of places, you know that. So all you got to do is point me to the country. Send me my ticket. I'll give you the address. We're good. I'll help you out as much as I can.
Yeah. Well, this is, I need to re-strategize everything now because of, I still want to do the natural disasters with families and homes and all of this. Not so much on the business side, but just the homes, the community.
Okay.
That's still going to be, going on. I mean, that's an ongoing thing for IDEA, but it's going to be different. The structuring is going to be different because we can't be together anymore. I mean, we can't be, social distancing is applied, I'm not going to be holding a community event where there's going to be 20, 30 people in the room or things like that, and, us talking. But anyway, everything is re-strategized. It's still in the works, but as far as like trying to get funding, I'm still working on it. This is a 3-year project. Like I said, I mean, it's a 500 every year, 2,000 this year, and then next year 500 and 500, so 1,500 homes basically that we want to get the survival backpack. Some organizations are already donating stuff. I have them, 2 boxes of clothes and stuff like that. I mean, I've had it since last year, and backpacks also. I'm still going after some companies like backpack companies, Janssen, people like that. But right now, because of all this going on, and my data crashed, my computer crashed also recently for the last 3 weeks, I'm still getting back myself right now on the booth. But other than that, I mean, I'm keeping myself busy, and it's just kind of bummed out. Sucks that every business get hit, everybody get hit. Everybody has to change a little bit of direction and pivoting, I should say. And I think we're going to be okay. All of us going to be okay. All of us going to come out here stronger, I think. And I feel so. And, I think we should
It'll be over within, let's see, what is this, April what?
7th.
7th? Yeah, it'll be over by May 6th. Just a guesstimate. I do analysis, risk assessments, and everything like that. I'm sure you already know, Nikki. I'm sorry, Candy. What I do as a security consultant, really, it's a broad aspect.
Right.
Martial arts, firearms, risk assessments, analysis, things like that. Even if the virus began in China, which different people have different beliefs, once it mutates, a virus gets weaker. Now, I have a niece staying with me now because her immune system is not as strong as other people's, and she's 11 years old.
Mhm.
She's real safe with us. I did all the biochemical weapons training in the military, so I understand. Clean the shoes, take your clothes. If you go out, and Nikki, you too. If you go out, take your clothes. I'm sorry, I just got another risk assessment. Go ahead. Wait till that thing goes away. Okay. Anyway, take your clothes immediately. Either put them in water, preferably warm. Okay.
Okay.
Your hands go directly. I keep my spray alcohol right here at the door. So nothing, if I do get anything near outside, it does not come inside. I spray everything down right here at the door. Leave my shoes or my combat boots outside. Clothes go directly upstairs in the sun or in the wash. That's some of the best things you can do to protect yourself and your family. You see, I'm not worried about me. I don't ever get sick. Never. But the family, my daughter here, the niece, I got 2 nieces staying with me now because it's always safer at my house. Go figure. Bath. As soon as you take your clothes, put them in your wash, you're out in the sun, wash your hands, take a bath.
Mm-hmm.
As hot as you can. Heat kills this virus.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. When this thing comes out, my husband told me, do not go to spa, do not go to the fitness center. So I haven't been going to the fitness center since March 8th. A month.
So the heat kills it. Yeah. My husband
Yes,
Jeff.
ma'am.
No, I thought it was the other way around. The heat doesn't kill it.
Yes, it does. In Japan closed all its schools for a good reason. It was cold weather in Japan. Now I believe they'll be open later on this month, or they might be closed to the end of the month, something like that. I'm not sure of the date, of course. They closed it because of the heat. It's going to be warmer in Japan. Same way in China. China began 3 months ago. They started they built an emergency hospital within 10 days for 1,000 patients. They've already closed it because all the patients are either cured or didn't have it.
Yeah.
It's already done. So why is it so prevalent in the United States? It's not a conspiracy. It didn't begin. It's not germ warfare. Nothing like that. There's a lot of travel in and out of the United States, completely around the world. That's how it spreads.
Yep.
Planes, boats, packages. It's easy like that. No one's trying to destroy the U.S. No one's trying to destroy China. No one's trying to end the world. It's just the way viruses spread.
Yeah.
Yep.
So is it directly on China? No. Is it directly on the United States? No. It's not directly on any of the different countries. France, Italy, the Philippines. There's so many rumors going around. And Facebook.
That's why I'm not on Facebook. Thank God.
Yeah, I don't do anything
Yeah.
on Facebook.
I mean, I have a brag platform, Instagram, but that's all on Instagram. I just copy and paste to Facebook.
I do occasionally. I don't post anything. Well, you've seen my Facebook page, Nikki. I don't post anything controversial to get all the millions of Facebook experts out. Well, I do, and I think, and they please.
Yeah, I think it's best that we all talk and do some kind of things because I like this kind of things because we can hear and share different perspective. And I was telling earlier, Jeff and Candy, that I'm doing webinar series on select a topic, and also Jackie a while ago on the business entrepreneur as well, where we get together and then we try to figure out not the whys, but more like what are we gonna expect in 3 months? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this together? How is your business going to survive and sustain? All of these things, solutions, and then together we can not a brainstorm, but more like a perspective, and then if it works, because nobody has gone through this kind of thing. No one expected this. You know, we've gone through pandemic before, Spanish flu and things like that. Like I said earlier, I mean, you know, that was then, this is now. Things are different now. You know, the way we do things are different. You know, doing business is different, but we still do business supposedly like we've done in 70s and 80s. Maybe the business rule and models are not applying to today's world anymore. Now is the time to change, think about changing those kind of things. Yes, it has to change now.
If people can, open-minded people, I'll use myself as an example. I came over to the Philippines 2006, left 2006, came back 8. I've been here like 9 times, maybe 10 now, because I just came back from Cambodia. About 10. I can change any environment. Not everyone has the same mindset though.
Right.
Willing to change. And it does not fall on the older generation. It doesn't fall on us millennials. No offense to me. But each individual, different perception, different life experiences. I can use Sigmund Freud. I'm sure everyone knows who Sigmund Freud is or was.
Yeah.
Our conditioned learning as children, it's not a set example for who we are today. Our trials, our experiences all through life shape us who we are as each person. Same way I'll use military. Not all military people or personnel are the same either. People use broad spectrum definitions. The military, the elderly. In writing, I understand that in writing it gets confused. Does it matter? This is the best way to communicate. I video call people from around the world. I've talked to people from everywhere. U.S., Afghanistan, Pakistan, Japan, everywhere around the world.
I really would like to continue doing this with
Sure.
open up to you guys, you know, because I want to make sure that people are not feeling alone also, you know, I mean, including myself, because we're all quarantined right now, and then it's like,
our lockdown has been extended until the 30th, which I already knew it was going to anyway. I'm sorry, Candy. I predict a lot of things from around the world. Here, the United States economy, wars, conflicts. I look into all that. A lot of it I can predict if I have enough good information.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So here, they say the 30th until the agenda is reached here is when it's going to end. It doesn't have a date. Trust me on that one. Now, Candy, you say that do you have restrictions to stay at home or regulations to stay at home?
They're telling us to stay at home. Schools are closed. A lot of people are working from home.
Okay.
Essential businesses are open. Bars and restaurants are closed, except they can do, you drive up to a McDonald's, just you get things from the drive-through window, takeout at a diner. So essential things are open, but they'll tell you, you can come in, make an appointment, do different things. But
do you have any medical concerns? I mean, medical facilities, hospitals are still emergency services like ambulances, everything still running?
Yeah, they're still running. I mean, I have a big hospital down the road from me. The things, all that stuff is still running. I know some people in the area, and what they're saying is, their daughters are nurses and they're in the hospital, but so far I haven't heard anybody that personally that has it. Somebody that I know that their boss was diagnosed with it, just finished the 14-day quarantine and is doing okay. So we haven't in our circle, we haven't heard anything. We're supposed to be, everybody's staying home and we're being careful. I don't know if it's different in New York City because they keep saying the mayor takes a car ride to Brooklyn so we can walk around. So I don't know, but if you see pictures of New York, like nobody's on the road. People are getting food delivered, like Uber Eats and stuff. I don't know. I personally feel like I'd rather just eat something that we have at home and make it home. I don't really feel like, having things delivered. But
Yeah, I have a buddy that lives in the Bronx. I video called him a couple of weeks ago, and he sent me photos of the subways and everything, and even Wall Street's empty.
yeah, it's empty. It looks like one of those movies where it's the end of the world and somebody wakes up. Am I the only one here? 'Cause
Escape from
it's
New York.
empty. Yeah, New York, right?
Escape from New York.
Yeah, right. Escape from New York, right?
Snake.
Oh my
where
goodness,
are
who
you?
was that? Who was that guy?
Snake.
Snake Plissken. Yes.
Listen. Yeah. Goldie Hawn's husband.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. I don't know if they ever
Kurt
got
Russell.
married. Yeah, I don't think they got married, did they?
No, they're never married. They just
And that's why they're
I
happy
don't-
together.
for a century.
That I don't even know. I don't keep track of Hollywood, even though I've worked with Hollywood. I've worked with
Yeah.
Steven Seagal and people like that, and other actors I've met. Wow, Schwarzenegger, Don the Dragon Wilson, Bill Superfoot Wallace, Lou Ferrigno. I've met a lot of famous people, so I don't really. Okay, it may seem a little confusing. I don't put anyone beneath me, but then I don't put anyone above me either.
Right.
Just personally. I'll give you a little background on me, Candy. My biological father abandoned us when I was like maybe a few months old, so my mother raised us as a single parent with heavy influence from my grandmother and grandfather, but they're all passed away. Everybody's passed away by now. So I could make moonshine by the time I was 10. I was shooting when I was 4. I was hunting alone at 8. So, kind of like the old hillbilly. Raised in the hills, but I've been to cities and squatters areas. I've seen a lot of impoverished countries. I've slept with the homeless in California. A lot of experience. But I love people. I enjoy helping others. I enjoy it. There's the time. Excuse me?
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, that's great.
I'll tell you that I'm good with violence. I don't particularly like it though. I don't like to hurt people, not at all. But sometimes we have to do what we have to do for protection of others and protection of ourselves, our families, neighbors, people on the street. That's just the way it is. Anyway, I'm going to go back to, I'm getting tagged in other things. I'm sorry, I should have logged out of Facebook. So anyway, Candy, you and your husband, you have your medicines, you have your emergency numbers, you're safe at home.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. That's my biggest concern is that you're safe. That's all.
Yep. We're doing okay. We're doing okay.
Okay. Good.
Now,
So
around here, the stores are open. They restock. They let seniors go in a little earlier. They're doing this stuff, but again, certain things like the toilet paper, if things come in, they'll even say just like 2 gallons of milk per, So, but things are getting stocked. It's not like Venezuela or something where once the shelves are empty, you'll never see anything again. So it's been good. It's tough, but we haven't had anything desperate.
just whenever you get the opportunity, like what you're doing now, if you can go out and get a little extra food, I'm sure you don't hoard. Like we don't. We have enough. My wife and I have enough food for a few months, and I can eat just about anything. I have. We're not getting into that anyway. But when you get the opportunity, they restock the shelves. Go out and grab a little extra.
Mhm.
The canned goods, if you need toilet paper, that's fine. I don't absolutely have to have it for long experience, okay? Anyway, you have any problems with power?
No, the power is pretty good.
You never had any problems with power? Okay, I would keep candles on hand just in
Oh,
case.
yeah, we do. I mean, we've had problems with power, like in the winter time or something, but
I think we talk a lot
the
about
electric's
that.
been cleaning like
Yeah.
cleaning up trees and doing stuff, and they're saying we're going to be on top of it because if it gets windy or if we have any issues, and they've been pretty good. But we
Yeah.
have candles because we have hurricanes here, so we know about.
Okay.
They're so
Not
good.
as bad as
in
Florida, but-
preparing. Yeah, the
probably-
preparedness. They're really cool. Jeff and Candy are on top of everything on that, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Candles, not toilet paper. That's your priority.
Yeah,
Because of where you are.
We got that.
Well, I've used cans of tuna for heating and light. Tuna with
That's
oil.
a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Oil? That's very
The
good.
oil of the rum tuna, right?
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
good one.
after you burn the oil off of it, then you can eat the warm tuna.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
do.
Good. That's good. That's a good idea.
Good.
I just want to say, like back in the day with the Hurricane Sandy, Superstorm Sandy, wasn't even a hurricane. A lot of devastation around like the South Shore here. And this family in our church, they were like connected with West Babylon Teachers Association. They just started grabbing like supplies and opened up our church gym. And we started doing like people could come for food and people could come for water, and we just had people donating things, and then we were helping everybody, and then we even delivered some things. And it's funny, we just did it. It was on our local news, and people were coming down. We helped people for months after Sandy was gone because people were still rebuilding. But it was funny. The people that started our church, they said, "Oh, the Red Cross came," and go, "Oh, thank God, the Red Cross is here. Now they can help us." And they asked them, "Hey, this is great what you guys are doing. What are you doing? How are you doing this?" And they're like, Kim is looking at them, "We were going to ask you, aren't you Red Cross?" And then same thing with FEMA. FEMA came and said, "Oh, this is great what you're doing, blah, blah, blah." And the same thing, "Oh, FEMA's here." But it was like, they had to tell FEMA, "Oh, we just got people together," and it just is.
That's right.
So now with New York State, we're like, our church is an area, and these people that started this thing, now we're on something like for disaster or something, like we're like a resource now, because they know like we had the place and we had the experience. But it's funny, like they just started it on their own, and then what happened was FEMA and Red Cross said, "Hey, how you doing this? How you doing?" We're like,
It's called self-reliance. Self-reliance, right?
yeah.
Jeff and Candy. That's right.
And we with the deacons, we do when we do the Rotary does have people donate food at the supermarkets, and it goes to the different food pantries around. Like when we did it, we said, "Oh, we're from Babylon." They go, "Babylon, you helped me with Sandy," and they would come out with a whole bunch of food, and they would say, "Oh, you guys are great. You helped us Hurricane Sandy," and then so it's nice. People give back.
You know what I want to do next time also, Candy?
Mhm.
Even when, because Amazon regularly, donate in-kind donation to our organization, to my nonprofit. I haven't seen any boxes lately though, in the last 2 months, but normally they send it to me every 3 months, just filled with stuff, with emergency stuff. Like right now, I am down to 2.5 boxes, but I've been giving those away to everybody. I've been giving those away at my community events and stuff. In fact, the last time that I received from Amazon, it was like about 8 boxes, nothing but, I don't know if I showed it to you, but it's on my iDare. It's a backpack. I wish I can send it to you. Hold it, okay? Hold on. Don't go away.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what it is.
You go ahead. Let me answer this other message.
Wait, I'll do that. I'm going to edit this.
Oh, yay!
Yeah. water.
Wow.
This thing here, they send boxes of it. So the boxes came like huge boxes. I mean, in it like 200 of this each box, and survival blanket. But I've been giving this away to a lot of people in the last months. In the last year, actually, we got this flashlight, light stick.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Kim stick.
Yeah, this thing here, they send me like boxes full of this on top of the pre-made bags they've already
Right,
done.
right.
So every time when I do, my speaking my disaster mitigation lectures and stuff, I give those away. But I only give those away when you listen, sit down, listen to this, and then we participate, interact together. And then I give those away. You don't just come in and then say, "Where's my free bag?" No. But that's what I've been doing. I'm only down to like, I don't know, like a dozen of them. But I've been putting it and giving away to my neighbors as well. But now I'm down to 2.5 bags full of nothing but nice clothes. I mean, these clothes, I donated to veterans. Brand new clothes, by the way. Hats, jackets, sweaters, pants, sweatpants, and everything. They're all brand new. Some of them are like still in plastic bags. I mean, like in wraps. I guess what they want me to do is to have, for me, to put logos on or give them away or something. I also have blankets. So what I'm trying to say earlier to you, Candy and Jeff, is that next time when I do receive this, they usually send me an email. I'll go ahead and reroute it to your church because
Okay.
I don't really need them here because it only stays with me here for a while, and then I just ship them. Not ship them. I give them away basically.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't stay with me. I only keep like enough for me next time I speak at universities. I mean, all of my students will receive this. I mean, just everybody will receive. I'll make sure everybody gets one. And before they get it in their hand, I go, look at inside. This is a good start. I ask them first, do you have disaster kit or any kind? And when they say, no, I don't, now you do. Put this in your car and then start from here and add on to it. And then I want you to replicate whatever that's in here, and it sits for you, for your needs. It's a good start because, I mean, a lot of people tell me they don't have anything like this. And I go, well, wow, okay. So this is kind of like,
That's good.
yeah, there's no toilet paper. You saw that, right? But all right. But it's got napkins. I mean, it's got some napkins and stuff like that in there, like those little, Kleenex thing. Yeah, it's got that too.
I got you. Yeah.
In some of them, I noticed. And I have boxes full of them too, Kleenex stuff. Like I said, I don't keep them.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep only like a dozen of them for myself and for my personal stuff around the house. And for me to also show and demo to people when I talk to webinar, and I go, this is what you guys, if you guys don't have it, start with this kind of items. And I ask them to go to Amazon. I think you guys go to Amazon to shop too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me?
Make sure you go to Amazon. Make sure you go to Amazon Smile. Oh, is it? Make sure you go to Amazon Smile and choose Charity I Dare, Jeff and Candy, and also
Okay.
Jim. Yeah, because they give, you guys don't pay anything. Whatever you purchase, Amazon will give charity that you selected 0.0000001% or something like that. It's a penny.
Yeah.
How many
But it
zeros
adds
was that?
up.
0.00000.
I think it's 0.05. I believe. I don't know. I lost count, but it's like small. It's like, oh, and you'll get a notice after whenever you shop on Amazon Smile, and you'll get a notice after you say, yeah, I'm donating, I'm supporting I Dare Inc. Let's say I Dare Charity. It's on Amazon Smile, by the way. Here,
Okay.
SmileAmazon.com /. I think it's 30-0781668. That's our NPO number. I think it's that one. That's our text ID or NPO 3707816668. But anyway, that's the link. And then you can and then we get like a notifications like, oh yeah, every three months we get a notification who's been donating and stuff like that. It's like, $1. It's like, it's good. It's good. Hey. Yeah, it's like, yeah,
Right?
cha-ching.
Cha-ching, yeah.
Cha-ching. Now we can use it back to buy like this. Guys, 100 backpacks to give away. You know how much it is? $99 is about $100 some dollars for a good backpack, standard backpack for somebody
That's
to our
right.
backpack.
That's right.
Oh yeah, it's costly.
Oh, yeah.
So I have people donating about 20 backpacks, really nice backpacks, and ready to put in this stuff. And what I usually do, I give those away, to at my next community event. Now I don't have community events. That's why I said to you, when I do get things like this, I'm going to ask them to reroute it to your church. I mean, I'll give them away here to my next church, local churches. In fact, 2-3 churches have already donated stuff. Like, you guys need something? And they go, what do you have? And I go, I've got a lot of disaster bags. You guys want that? And I said, yeah, that would be great. How many people go to your church? Oh, like this regularly, about 100 and this. And I go, how about 3 boxes? And they thought it was a small box. And I go, I'll be right back, okay? And I came back with these boxes. Holy crap! Where are we gonna put this? That's your problem now. Yeah, I don't need
I'm sorry, but you only use those masks one time, right?
I think it's possible, yes. But what I use. Yeah.
I just want to make sure that when you do go out, you only use them one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure of that.
I do this, but I don't go out anyway. This is not a fashion item. This is
A friend of mine put on Facebook, like she says, she had like a scarf around it. She goes, am I going to the store or am I going to rob a bank?
Oh yeah, I know. Robert Beck. Yeah, okay. Come on, Guido. Make sure you give me a 12 gauge right now. Come on, slugs. I need slugs right now. It's like,
That's a little ironic. You just said that, Candy. I just got a risk assessment for that. For banks, people covering their faces, they go immediately into banks. All these banks and financial institutions require a mask. It's a law here that you have to wear one going out.
Yeah.
And now everybody's wearing a mask. Robberies and violence are going to get much more prevalent, different locations.
Yeah.
So me, I wear my shamog, or I have one that's got the big smiley and the rose on it,
Yeah.
But I wear the mask. I'm sorry, Candy. You know what a shamog is, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll show you real quick. Of course, my hat and shamog from Pakistan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to make sure you guys are. And Nikki, when you go out, do you go out at all?
no, I don't go out at all. My husband will let me out. I stay here because I have things that I'm very vulnerable also.
Okay.
I like I said earlier, you weren't here. I had my first teleconferencing with my podiatrist. I think my podiatrist said that, I'm so concerned because every month I see him, like every 3 weeks, every 4 weeks, and I told him that I cannot see you. I don't want to see you because right now. But are you okay on your feet? And I go, yeah, I'm okay because I haven't been really using my feet to go, put on shoes, put on heels and stuff like that. I've been really at home. I have floor, and I've been wearing my slippers and my socks. And he goes, okay, can you survive again for the next 3 weeks? And I go, yeah. Well, we'll stay in touch with you and all of that. But I think teleconferencing with doctors was really, really, really a great gesture. It shows how caring and committed they are to their patients. Yes, I do have autoimmune disorder, and then I'm very vulnerable to catching this kind of thing.
Okay, how about visitors? Do you get many visitors?
No, just my son. My son and his girlfriend.
Does he follow the safety precautions?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
do.
it's not only us that we need to worry about. We need to worry about everyone else.
Yeah, other people also. Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, people who don't take the precautions. Okay.
Yeah, and then my husband goes to run the errands, take grocery stores and all of that, and check the mail and everything like that. But I only went once out of that March 11. I went once to go to ATM and then go to pick up my mail, and then I changed my mind to go to CVS Pharmacy because I saw a lot of cars in the parking lot.
Speaking of guns, how's your 6.5 doing?
Oh, it's upstairs. Actually, it's good. I just opened my vault just now, right before we did the webinar thing. My husband put on Managed Successfully. Got me a surprise. It's a cover for the scope. He got his and hers, so he got his and her scope also covers. And then he mounted.
What kind of scope is it?
Vortex. Vortex.
Ooh. What power? For what?
I'm sorry.
432? 432 for what?
It's in the 4 family. I don't know the exact. I haven't.
Okay.
I've been out of touch. Yeah.
Vortex.
I
Nice.
Oh yeah, Vortex. I told him that I'm so withdrawal and just going to the range, and then so I just looked at my MVP a while ago because it's on my MVP, and then he's got a 6.5. So we put the his and her scope, and we put the his and hers what do you call that cover also.
I'm sorry, Candy. We're talking about new firearms. Ruger 6.5.
Oh, they know.
Okay.
They are too. Yeah, they are too. They love. Yeah, they're firearms enthusiasts as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I just wanted to clarify.
She's a good
I don't want
shooter.
to. I don't want to be rude.
No, you're not
She's a
being
good
rude.
shooter.
I like listening. If Jeff was here, he'd be all like, yeah, my husband, he went up to bed before, but it's like,
Oh, they're
he'd be
very.
like drooling. I'm going to say, we were talking guns, Jeff, and you missed it.
Yeah, they are great shooters. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I just posted on my Facebook page about maybe 50 or 60 different photos of firearms from different countries and different places and timers around the world. I don't even know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Counting the firearms that I've handled or fired is about like trying to count my scars from injuries. It's impossible.
Right.
Where'd she go? Home? Okay.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's already past my bedtime, and I love this stuff. I love this thing.
Yeah, this was very nice. Thank
what
you.
we're doing. Yeah, thank you so much
for inviting us, Nikki. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, when we do the YouTube, it's only me talking. I don't know how to you guys join together like this. Only Zoom, I know how. So let's do this.
This is fine.
I'm sorry?
This is fine. Candy, please, honestly, feel free to add me to Facebook.
Okay, like what's
It's Jim
Jim?
Rosier, ROSIER.
I just wrote it up.
Yeah, that
I
one.
just
Yes.
typed it in. I just typed it.
You just
Well, you can see it after we hang up. But
Yeah, okay.
my profile picture, I'm firing an AK-47.
okay.
It looks like an M4, but it's actually it's an AK chambered in 5.56.
Oh,
There
okay.
you go.
So
That was in
Jim-
Cambodia.
what was that?
Actually, that was in Cambodia, Nikki, with David.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, ask David to come around too.
Oh yeah, well he's at home. Jackie's going stir crazy. He can't get out to the pool because when I was over in Thailand, Jackie and I and Monet would always go to the pool, and now they're house ridden and they're driving JJ crazy.
Well, the more the merrier. Let's hook up again. We should do this every other day or something like that. I don't know yet.
That's fine.
I've got a busy schedule tomorrow, this week, because I'm back on webinar again. Thank God that I have space now, 32 gigabyte. Last time I only have 0. That's why I cannot be on webinar. I can only be on YouTube. So, we'll connect again, and we'll get more structure, meaning that, we can introduce ourselves. We need to be on time so we can introduce ourselves round table, and then tell us how you feel, tell us how you're doing, share some insights, maybe some new things going on, and maybe that's anything you want to share, in the round table. I think that's going to be great. Okay.
Sounds great, Nikki. This was good. Very good.
Great
thank
meeting.
you.
Great meeting you, Candy. Always
meeting you,
wonderful
Jim.
seeing you, Nikki.
Okay.
Love
Good
you guys.
seeing
Bye
you,
bye.
Nikki. All right.
What is
be
it?
Blessed. Be blessed and be
God
safe,
bless.
everybody.
You
Okay.
too.
Bye bye.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye
Good night.
now.
Bye-bye.
Are you in?
I'm in New York. I'm
We're
on
at New
Long
York.
Island.